New shoes.
Peppa and George have been playing in the garden.
Peppa, where are your shoes?
Oh, I've lost them.
Well, I'm sure we can find them. Maybe we should try the garden.
Yes!
Everyone is looking for Peppa's shoes. Mummy Pig is looking in the flower bed. Peppa's shoes are not there.
Oh.
Daddy Pig is looking in the wheelbarrow. Peppa's shoes are not there.
Oh,
Peppa and George look in the flower pots. Peppa's shoes are not there either.
Oh.
we've looked everywhere, but we can't find Peppa's shoes.
Peppa's shoes are lost.
Now I haven't got any shoes to wear.
Poor Peppa. Your shoes were getting a bit old. We'll buy you a new pair.
Can my new shoes be red, Mummy?
Of course they can.
George, I'm going to have new red shoes.
Mummy Pig and Peppa are at Miss Rabbit's shoe shop.
Hello, Miss Rabbit.
Hello, Mummy Pig.
We would like to buy some new shoes for Peppa, please.
Red shoes.
Oh, I'm sure we can find you some lovely new shoes, Peppa.
Red ones, please.
Of course. Red ones.
Wow! New red shoes!
George and Daddy Pig are playing drafts.
Oh, well done, George.
Daddy! Look at my new shoes! They're red!
I say, they are red.
Mummy, do you like my new shoes?
Yes, Peppa. They make you look very smart.
George, do you like my new shoes?
Everyone likes Peppa's new shoes.
I like my new shoes so much. I don't want to ever take them off.
It is bath time. Peppa wants to keep her new shoes on, even for her bath. Peppa is in her pyjamas. She still has her new shoes on. Peppa even wants to wear her new shoes in bed.
Peppa, are you sure you don't want to take your shoes off?
I don't want to ever take my new shoes off, Mummy.
Very well. Good night, Peppa and George.
Good night, Mummy. Good night, Daddy.
Good night, my little piggies.
It has been raining all night, and now the garden is very wet. Mummy Pig is wearing her boots. Daddy Pig is wearing his boots. George is wearing his boots. Peppa is still wearing her new red shoes. George is going to play in the wet grass. Oh dear. Peppa loves playing in the wet grass, but she doesn't want to get her new shoes wet.
I can't play in the wet grass, George. Oh.
George loves jumping in muddy puddles. Peppa loves jumping in puddles, but she doesn't want to get her new shoes muddy.
Oh.
Mummy and Daddy love jumping up and down in muddy puddles. Everyone likes jumping in muddy puddles. Where is Peppa going? Peppa is putting on her boots.
Whee! If you jump in muddy puddles, you must wear your boots. Daddy loses his glasses.
Daddy Pig wears glasses. He needs to wear glasses to see clearly. When Daddy Pig wears his glasses, everything looks fine. But when Daddy Pig takes his glasses off, he can't see things clearly. Everything looks a bit soft and fuzzy. So it is very important that Daddy Pig knows where his glasses are. Sometimes Daddy Pig loses his glasses.
Peppa, George, have you seen Daddy Pig's glasses? He can't find them anywhere.
No, Mummy.
Peppa and George do not know where Daddy Pig's glasses are.
Oh dear. Daddy Pig cannot see a thing without them, and it makes him very grumpy.
Without his glasses on, Daddy Pig cannot read his newspaper.
This is ridiculous. I can't see anything. Somebody must have put my glasses somewhere.
Do you remember where you last put them, Daddy Pig?
When I don't wear them, I always put them in my pocket. But they aren't there now.
Daddy, can we help find your glasses?
Good idea, Peppa. If you find them, Daddy will stop being so grumpy.
I'm not grumpy.
Peppa and George are looking for Daddy's glasses. Peppa looks under the newspaper, but Daddy Pig's glasses are not there.
Oh.
George looks on top of the television, but Daddy Pig's glasses are not there.
Oh. Let's look upstairs in Mummy and Daddy's bedroom.
Peppa and George are looking in Mummy and Daddy Pig's bedroom.
George, be careful not to knock anything over. Ah! It's not funny.
Peppa looks under the pillows, but Daddy Pig's glasses are not there.
Oh.
George looks in Daddy's slippers, but the glasses are not there either.
Let's look in the bathroom.
Peppa and George are looking in the bathroom. The glasses are not in the bath.
Oh.
The glasses are not in the toilet.
Oh. It's too difficult.
Peppa and George cannot find Daddy Pig's glasses anywhere.
We've looked everywhere, but we can't find Daddy's glasses.
Oh dear. Now what can we do?
I suppose I'll just have to learn to do without them. If I move slowly, I won't bump into things.
There they are! Daddy's glasses!
Daddy Pig, you were sitting on them all the time.
Oh.
Silly Daddy.
I don't know how they got there.
I wonder how. Well, you may have been a bit silly, Daddy Pig, but at least you're not grumpy anymore.
I was not grumpy.
Frogs and worms and butterflies.
Peppa and George are helping Grandpa Pig in his garden.
Wow!
What a beautiful butterfly.
Grandpa, why do butterflies like flowers?
They get their food from flowers.
How?
They have very long tongues.
Longer than mine?
Oh, yes. The butterfly's tongue is even longer than yours. She uses it to drink from the flower.
Wow!
Oh, Peppa, the butterfly thinks you're a flower.
I'm not a flower. I'm Peppa Pig. She is so pretty. I want to be a butterfly.
Peppa is playing at being a butterfly.
I'm a little butterfly.
George wants to play too.
George, I'm the butterfly. You have to be something else. I know. You can be a wriggly worm. Look, I'm a butterfly.
Oh dear. George does not want to be a worm. He wants to be a butterfly.
George, when I was a little piggy, I used to like playing at being a worm. It's very easy to be a worm. I'll show you how. First, you have to lie down on the ground. Then you wriggle around. I'm a wriggly worm.
George and Grandpa Pig are having such fun being wriggly worms.
I'm a little butterfly. I'm a little butterfly. Look, I'm a butterfly.
Yes, Peppa, you're a beautiful butterfly.
Grandpa George, what are you doing?
We are wriggly worms.
I want to be a wriggly worm too. I'm a wriggly worm.
I'm a wriggly worm.
I'm a wiggly worm. I'm a wiggly worm. How do you do? I love you. I'm a wiggly worm.
That was fun. What animal do you want to be now?
I don't know. Look, Grandpa. There's a little frog.
Why don't you play at being frogs?
Frogs are not as pretty as butterflies or as wiggly as worms.
But frogs do play a game you like.
Do frogs play dolls' houses?
Silly Peppa. What's your favourite game?
Jumping in muddy puddles.
Yes, frogs love jumping in muddy puddles.
Yes, George. Let's play frogs. I'm a little froggy. I'm a little froggy.
The froggies have found a nice big muddy puddle to play in. Peppa and George love jumping up and down in muddy puddles. Everyone loves jumping up and down in muddy puddles.
Butterflies and worms are very nice, but I like frogs the best. Snow.
Peppa and George are very excited today. It is snowing outside.
Mummy, can we go and play in the snow?
Yes, but it's very cold outside, so you must wrap up warm.
Hooray!
And don't forget to wear your hats and scarves and gloves.
It is very cold outside. Peppa and George must wear their hats and scarves and gloves.
Come on, George.
Peppa and George are making footprints in the snow. Peppa and George love making footprints in the snow. Oh dear.
It's not funny. George, let's play snowballs.
Peppa has made a snowball. Peppa and George are having a lot of fun.
George, come back, you little piggy.
Oh dear, maybe this game is getting a little too rough.
Sorry, George. George, let's build a snowman.
Peppa and George are making a snowman. First they make the body.
George, this is the snowman's body.
Now they make the snowman's head.
Now he needs arms and eyes and a mouth.
George has found some sticks for the snowman's arms. Peppa has found some stones for the snowman's eyes and mouth.
This is his face. Now the snowman needs a nose.
Peppa has got a carrot to make the snowman's nose. The snowman looks very happy, but maybe he is a bit cold.
The snowman needs some clothes to keep it warm.
George has found some clothes to keep the snowman nice and warm. The snowman is wearing his hat and scarf and gloves.
Mummy, Daddy, come and look.
Mummy Pig is wearing her hat and scarf and gloves.
That is the best snowman I have ever seen.
Daddy Pig looks quite cold. He isn't wearing his hat and scarf and gloves.
Achoo!
Daddy, why aren't you wearing your hat and scarf and gloves?
I don't know where they are. I can't find them anywhere.
I think I know where Daddy's hat, scarf and gloves are.
Daddy Pig's hat and scarf and gloves are on the snowman.
Oh.
Mr. Dinosaur is lost.
George's favourite toy is Mr. Dinosaur.
Dinosaur.
George loves Mr. Dinosaur.
Grrr.
Sometimes George likes to scare Peppa with Mr. Dinosaur.
Grrr. Too scary.
At supper time, Mr. Dinosaur sits next to George.
I beg your pardon? Was that you, George? Or was it Mr. Dinosaur?
Dinosaur.
At bath time, George shares his bath with Mr. Dinosaur.
Good night, Peppa.
Good night, Mummy.
Good night, George. And good night, Mr. Dinosaur.
Grrr.
When George goes to bed, Mr. Dinosaur is tucked up with him. George's favourite game is throwing Mr. Dinosaur up in the air
Whee!
and catching him when he falls back down.
Whee! Whee!
Peppa and Daddy Pig are playing drafts.
I win, Daddy.
Oh. Well done, Peppa. George?
George, what's the matter?
I'm sore.
George, have you lost Mr. Dinosaur?
George has lost Mr. Dinosaur.
Don't worry, George. We'll find Mr. Dinosaur.
It's a job for a detective.
Daddy, what is a detective?
A detective is a very important person who is good at finding things.
Me! I'm good at finding things.
All right, Peppa is the detective.
George, I'm the detective. I will help you find Mr. Dinosaur.
Maybe the detective should ask George some simple questions.
George, where's Mr. Dinosaur?
George does not know where Mr. Dinosaur is.
The detective could try and guess where Mr. Dinosaur might be.
I know where he is. George always has Mr. Dinosaur with him in the bath. So Mr. Dinosaur is in the bath.
Mr. Dinosaur is not in the bath.
Oh. I know where Mr. Dinosaur is. George always has Mr. Dinosaur in his bed at night. See, that's where he is.
Mr. Dinosaur is not in George's bed.
Oh.
Maybe we should try the garden.
Yes, the garden. I was going to say that. Where is Mr. Dinosaur?
Mr. Dinosaur is very hard to find.
Oh, Mr. Dinosaur isn't anywhere.
George, you do love to throw Mr. Dinosaur in the air. I wonder if this time you threw Mr. Dinosaur just a bit too high.
There he is! There he is! I saw him first!
Well done, Peppa. You really are a very good detective.
I'm so...
George is so happy to have Mr. Dinosaur back again.
Whee!
Maybe it isn't a good idea to play with dinosaurs near trees.
Dinosaur.